your voice at the heart of every discussion. Don't just listen, participate. Tune in and be part of the conversation. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. On the Morning Crossfire with me, Kofi Bartels. You have the big names, the most pressing issues, and the sharpest conversations.
He must leave that place of talking into this place of doing.
Nothing are paying through their nose, and you are telling them after training they can't migrate. I will not be part of those who will give soft landing to these guys who are running the affairs of this country.
People are dying every day. In an hour, people just go in and come out and read out stories to us. Come on, Kofi.
We must step beyond the talk. We have the analysis.
Join us as we dissect the headlines, bring you exclusive interviews, and dive deep into the heart of the matter. The big conversations live here.
Join Kofi Bartels on the Morning Crossfire, weekdays 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Every morning, as the sun rises over this vibrant city of Lagos, we'll be right here with you. Diving into discussions that matter, we'll tackle the headlines, explore stories that shape our lives, and dissect the issues that keep us awake at night. But that's not all. The Morning Crossfire is your platform too. Your thoughts, your opinions, they all have a place right here. From politics to business and the economy, from the social issues to the heart of the city. I'll be your companion, your source of information, and your partner in exploration. And it's just not about the headlines. It's about conversations we have, the connections we make, and the impact we create. Your insights matter, your questions matter, and your energy matters. So whether you're in traffic, having breakfast, or starting your workday, I'll be right here, keeping you informed and engaged. So Lagos, stay tuned, set your alarms, and mark your calendars, and let's kickstart our mornings together, right here on the Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info. And Kofi Bartels, let's talk.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, Lagos, welcome back. It's still the Morning Crossfire right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're continuing with our conversation from yesterday on the IBB's book. We started the topic, IBB's book, the 1966 coup, and of course, the Nigerian Civil War, and things that were said during or in the book about those very, very important national events, the 66 coup and the events surrounding it, and then the Civil War. Have joining me this morning as we take your thoughts, an elder statesman. He's a legal practitioner, a politician, a businessman. I don't know if he's into farming, but I suspect he's also into the agro field. He'll tell us. Chief Maxi Okwu is a former presidential candidate and of a CPP, Citizens People's Party, if I got it correct, and also a Citizens Popular Party, and also most famously former national chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance. Chief Maxi Okwu, good morning to you. Thank you so very kindly for joining us on the Morning Crossfire, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Okay. You know the history more than a lot of people because you were around, very alive and very active in the days that this book covers. What was your initial reaction when you heard that General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida retired, or Badamasi Babangida retired, had gathered the high and mighty, the creme de la creme of Nigerian politics, entrepreneurship, and others in a hall to launch a book, and where he said, some things about June 12. What's your immediate reaction to that?
Well, in the first place, we are a nation that is afflicted with general political amnesia. We forget so easily. It's so easy to just go into hiding or lie low, and after some years come back and bounce back, and people forget your antecedents or what you had done in the past. IBB is a major player in our politics over the years. He's been in seclusion or retirement at his mansion at the hilltop Mina. So coming out with a document or an account, or his own account of events where he played a key role is welcome. At least we now have some documentation from him directly. It's called autobiography, whichever way it is, we are considering that. The book is now in the public domain. That is as far as I like to go. My quarrel is that the self-adulation and blame game played in that book. I've not read the book, to be honest. I've not read it. I'm not bothered to read it because some of the excerpts anger me a bit. I was a student in CIC in 1966-67 when some of the events played out. That is to say, the coup of 1996, for which I was a victim. It was on that day, on the 15th of January 1966. I was son of a regional minister, Eastern region. My father, late Chief Maxi Okwu. I was having fun at the swimming pool in Hotel Presidential Enugu when they came for me. And that is how we ran back to the village.
Who is the day that came for you, sir?
My people, my family, my mother sent the house help to go fetch me at the pool at the Hotel Presidential Enugu.
Okay.
And from there, we were bundled into our vehicle and we escaped Independence Layout, where we were all living. There was a military cordon at the junction, I noticed, when we were going to the pool. But by the time we were leaving for home, there was no military cordon. What I'm saying is that I witnessed the coup live. It happened. And then we went into the Civil War. I was a boy soldier in Biafra, 15 Div. That's Strike Force Brigade. So I saw it. Now, that is the fact.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Maybe some of Chief's friends are hearing that he's on there and are calling.
But IBB in his account. But there was some discussion.
Okay.
Am I with you?
Yes, please go.
Hello?
Yes, go.
Am I with you?
Yes.
Now he considered that the way the war began, all part of it, all the demonstrations begging Ojukwu to declare Biafra, the students, trade union, the rallies in Enugu and all that, and the circumstances of the declaration on 30th May 1967. The first shot was fired at Gakin, Goja, and we know those, and Enugu Ezike. We know those who fired the first shots. Let's leave all that. That's not the important point now. The fact remains that at the point in time, Ojukwu had no choice in the matter. He was kind of given the option that it's either this way or nothing. And what could the young man do? He had to do the right things for his people. After Aburi failed, the Ojukwu failed at Aburi. Aburi was negotiated and agreed. And some people reneged when they got back to Nigeria. Who reneged? Ojukwu didn't renege. We know who reneged. Aburi would have solved the problem at that stage. But some people got back and had a change of mind. So these are the factors we have to carry into account on that issue. On the coup itself, yes, I think, you see, most of the things that IBB said is there in the public domain, but there's this distortion, revisionism, which we practice in Nigeria, whereby a lie is told, and like the Germans say, when the big lie is continuously stated, is assumed the dimension of truth. It was not an Igbo coup. And I'm happy that some of the things he has said is merely at his own level, giving credence to what many of us know, but which some section of the country have decided to revise, review, so as to pin down Igbo. But as luck will have it, no matter how you try to suppress the people, suppress the truth, somehow it will kind of rise to the surface again. It has risen at this level with IBB, giving his credentials and his relevance to Nigerian politics, no matter what you may think about him. That goes for the coup, that goes for how the war started. Then the plum of the matter is June 12th. What IBB has announced what we all know. Humphrey Woods, before he died, launched a book. He gave the figures. We were foot soldiers in the SDP. I was SDP Enugu State, and the key player in SDP Enugu State. The results were in. Because see, coalition is the end game. The results at the state level, the SDP agents and the NRC agents had them. And I have to say, only Taraba left to announce before the whole thing is over. So by the time they stopped the billboard display at that IBB way, Basanjo way, opposite the then office of NEC, it was called NEC then, most political actors and the media had the results. It was a matter of just finally collecting Taraba and announcing the winner, which was MK Abiola. He had met all the requirements of law. So IBB coming down to say it, we all knew. It was just an open secret. Everybody knew about it. So, but you see, why I have a problem, having now come to admit your error and now try to shift blame to APGA, which to me is self-serving, it's unfortunate and very disgraceful. What will be done? A lot of people died. Abiola was ruined. A lot of people suffered. Look at the June 12 process, all the civil pro-democracy groups, all the people who agitated us, the June 12th, as they were called then. What happens to them? Nation must find a way to reconcile with this fact. You cannot just be pushing on the carpet. And then some 7 people go there, and IBB walks away with 17 billion in the first throw. It's unfortunate. 17 big ones. And in fact, what you should do, that money shouldn't touch. You should donate it to Nigeria and find a way to use that money to compensate somehow, find some compensation for all those who lost out big and those who died, paid the supreme sacrifice for Nigeria. And it's unfortunate again that some victims then are now they're celebrating with him. I find it hard to swallow. People like us, I find it hard to swallow. So IBB, he said he won't say sorry. That having actually the truth is always like better than saying I'm sorry. I'm sorry is not just I'm sorry. As a Catholic, if you go to confession and confess your sins, you must make some atonement, retribution, and you must stop and promise not to do it again. So beyond saying sorry or giving the truth, what would be the atonement for David's sin IBB committed against Nigeria? In fact, in most developed democracies, it should be in prison. Should have been prosecuted and jailed. What they have caused us to suffer. Because if not for that heinous crime they committed against the people of Nigeria, our democracy would have been far advanced by now. But let me stop at this stage.
Very interesting, Chief Maxi Okwu. Very interesting thoughts there you shared with us. We want to throw the lines open to immediately give our listeners a chance to call in and ask you any questions that they have. And please, if you're listening, you can call right now. The number to call is 0201 465 7190. Chief, are you joining us from Enugu State?
Sorry?
Are you in Enugu State? Is that where you're joining us from?
I'm in Enugu. In fact, I'm in transit. I came to do some business in town. Okay. So I have to stop over somewhere and then let me take this program before I continue.
Fantastic. We're grateful. All right. So 0201 465 7190. You can hear Chief is a compendium of the experiences from that era.
Recording in progress.
So you can call and also ask any questions you want to make a contribution. So the IBB's book 1966 Coup and of course the Nigerian Civil War. 99.3. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother Kofi.
Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go straight, please.
Kofi, you see, it was Babangida that formed those two political parties, and it was Babangida that cleared the MPO to contest. If Babangida had disqualified him from contesting, we would be saying all this. Babangida said that he cancelled the election for Nigerian national, for the interest of Nigeria. He cancelled that election. You know that NPO, there was a time during Babangida or Obasanjo administration, military administration, Obasanjo gave him money to supply Nigeria cellular phones. The whole Nigeria, he paid in complete. He did not execute that contract. That money was embezzled. So me, I'm not defending him. That thing is still there in my mind. Because I am not a small boy. During that 93 election, I was 27 years old. During that 77, they gave him that contract. I was 11 years. I was following Nigerian politics. So yes, should also talk about this one. He was not qualified so far as I'm concerned.
Okay, all right.
Because the birthday, I'm interested.
Okay, no problem, Ben. Okay, so Chief, he said that IBB Abiola was not a saint, and that IBB, of course, did say, in his speech on at his book launch that election was annulled in national interest, and the listener is pointing out to the ITT contract. The telecommunications contract that was given to Abiola by Olusegun Obasanjo, which he couldn't fulfill, and money entered voicemail, like they say these days, no pun intended. So he said Abiola was not the saint Nigerian leader. What do you say to that, Chief?
No, you see, Abiola's antecedents is not the issue here now. Abiola has been a businessman involved in so many things. In fact, there's allegation. There's nobody who is clean as such. There's allegation Abiola sponsored a number of coups and played a role in one coup or the other, and the other business practices he might have engaged in. But the fact remains that at the point in time in 1993, I think, when he came out to be the flag bearer of the SDP, it was a straight contest between him and Tofa. The people of Nigeria overwhelmingly, across board, across religious divide, everything, voted for Abiola, voted for SDP. That is it. For example, I'm a Nigerian. I have my issue. Well, as a commentator, I may not like Donald Trump. Everything about Donald Trump was in the media, was in the public domain. People of America, people of the United States overwhelmingly returned Donald Trump. That is their cup of tea. If there was a popular election, which has been gone down in history as the most popular election in Nigeria and the most credible in Nigeria so far, and Abiola, what on all, won, so be it. It's not a matter of whether you don't like him. I don't have to like him, but the majority of people of Nigeria voted for him in a free and fair election, which everybody accepts was free and fair. And we like lawyers say, Vox Populi, Vox Dei. The voice of the people is the voice of God. And the other was redeemed or kind of cleansed with that election. Whatever may have been his past, that's not the issue now. He won.
All right, Chief.
Now, okay, you now say he won. And what is going to happen? He's dead now. He's lost his business. His family is practically crippled. Now, what will Nigeria do for him? Because he must be compensated, even posthumously. Let me give it to the former head of state, the former president, Buhari. Buhari restored June 12 relevance, which Obasanjo tried to kill. Buhari compensated him by making him a posthumous GSTFR. Nigerian state now, Tinubu, who was one of the acolytes of Abiola, but now he posthumously declare him president. Let it be on record, he was president of Nigeria.
Okay.
Posthumously. Let it be on record.
Chief, you have to lower your phone a bit so that the space above your head is reduced.
Okay,
just bend it down a little, take it down a little bit. So what do you say to politicians who were there? What does it say of them who went to sing the praises of IBB and were flocking around him?
Unfortunate to me. Let me just put it generally, because a friend of mine was there, which I find unfortunate. No credible politician should have been there. Should have been there. And then you find out all his acolytes, all those he made by giving out oil wells and one to the other. They even made confession.
Bank licenses.
Dangote confessed how they went into a room and you give them $1 million, go and take licenses, take oil wells, go and pay money them. Ato Eze, Ozibondo of Ukpo, was they announcing how Babangida gave him a note or gave him a word to all the military governors and all the brigade commanders, and money flowed in through contracts. Is that the way a nation should talk, the public, how the people should talk publicly about how our national wealth was shared or given as dash to acolytes? I mean, so it was a show of shame.
The presidential candidate of the Labour Party in last election, Peter Obi, has come under fire for being part of that event and also going online to tweet praises to IBB. What's your thought on that?
Well, I'm closely associated with Peter. I will not make any comment, but
you have to comment, sir.
I've advised you didn't go there, but well, he's a position of credible. He's a credible politician. He's that zone.
You're being an acolyte. You're being an acolyte, sir.
Advice my wife. Sorry?
Are you different from those acolytes who collected contracts? Because you're refusing to tell your friend the truth. You're saying he's your friend, but you just condemn politicians who went there. You just said you're condemning the politicians who went there. But I'm asking you about your friend Peter. You've softened, your rhetoric. Will you also condemn Peter?
What I said
is it part of the politicians you're condemning?
No, what I'm saying is, if he were to have sought my opinion, if I had a chance to advise, I would have advised against it. But anybody is free to. It's a free country.
But no, Chief.
But
Chief,
like I condemn.
Yes, Chief. You condemn.
I condemn Nigerian credible politicians who went there.
Oh, so are you condemning Peter?
I said I condemn all credible politicians that went there.
Chief, are you condemning Peter?
I won't want to single out anybody.
My question is on him now. Are you condemning him?
No. I will stop at condemning any credible politician who went there.
So was it? Okay, all right, Chief. We'll be back. We'll be back. We want to pay some bills, take some adverts, and when we come back, we'll continue our talk with you, sir. Please stay with us.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
You won't get drink to boost your health. Now Wellman drink. Wellman drink.
Are you ready to feel alive and strong? Look no further, because Wellman Drink from Vitabiotics UK has got you covered. Packed with vitamins and minerals, it is a healthy choice you won't regret. Make a healthy choice today with a very low-calorie drink that is free from caffeine, preservatives, and artificial color. Wellman Drink, the ultimate choice for men. Available in leading pharmacies and supermarkets.
With Money Master, Nigerians everywhere can now open accounts, send, collect, save, and deposit money from anywhere and to any bank with any kind of phone. We can also pay bills, buy airtime and data for ourselves and our loved ones, and so much more. Just dial *995# or download the Money Master PSP app today.
Money Master, the easy way to master your money.
Oh, Kate! I'm running late!
I'm ready!
Told you it's gonna be a busy day for me. I've got to renew my vehicle insurance, make claims, and a few other stuff at my insurance company.
Abba, is that why you're in a rush? Come on, life has become a lot easier. Haven't you heard of the Unis?
What's so called?
Unis.
Yes, Eunice is a virtual assistant chat box that allows you to interact and do business with the company anywhere and any time of the day at your convenience. Send hi to Eunice on WhatsApp on 0913-618-1656 or 0908-779-2955. Do much more with ease. Buy insurance, review your insurance policy, make inquiries, and lots more. Visit www.unitrustinsurance.com for more details. Unitrust Insurance Company Limited. The quiet confidence.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire. Their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight. Each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher. The battle returns and it's full of fire. Grand Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more. Register now and take your stand. Your time to shine is now at hand.
Registration is ongoing on www.nigeriainfo.fm.
And Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
I'm in love, Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Easy to open, easy to squeeze, easy to scoop and easy to stir. Dishes come alive, there's so much taste. Sonia tomato mix, of course. Sonia tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia tomato mix, stand up pouch.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand up pouch.
So much in love.
Attention, Airtel customers. If your line has been blocked, then this is for you. Head to the nearest Airtel shop with your NIN. Our friendly staff will help you get your line back up and running. Don't let a blocked line keep you out of touch.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
He of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you the wine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby? Jerry, now you they talk like this. Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I don't know. Guy, hfm.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service. Guys, I said hfm.com.
Which one is hfm.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap free, and more. Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said hfm.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
Attention Lagos! On February 25th, Global Citizens Move Africa is taking over the Palms. This show is headlined by John Legend with performances by Nigeria's own Simi and DJ Consequence. Tickets are limited. Don't miss out. Purchase your ticket now at moveafrica.org. That's Africa with a K. Move Africa, February 25th at the Palms. Be there.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, welcome back. Still the Morning Crossfire right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. We still have our guest with us. Chief Maxi Okwu is the former national chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance. He joins us virtually from the beautiful city of Enugu. Oh my. Enugu is such a beautiful place. Calm and peaceful city. Chief, we can't see you, so please enable your video so that We can see you, sir. Numbers to call 0201-277-0993 or 0201 465-7190. 0201-465-7190. We're still looking at IBB's book. Can't go into details and read everything like we did yesterday because of time. We're looking at the 1966 coup in the Nigerian Civil War. Chief, what do you remember of that coup d'etat? Particularly the fact that IBB did point out what you said has already been in public domain, that the misunderstanding of let's talk about the misunderstanding of the aims of the coup. That the coup plotters...
Is the video back?
No, sir, it's not back.
Sorry, is the video back?
No, sir, it's not. It's not.
Trying to...
Okay, we'll we'll pick some. But Chief, you can talk to us while you're trying to get. Okay, yes, I think you should. Yes, it is back. It's back. Yeah, but your audio needs to come back on, sir. Okay, let's take some calls while you enable your audio. Let's see. Okay, 99.3. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Okay, welcome. I think we have you back, so please stand by. I'll come to you shortly. Yeah, what's your name? Where are you listening to us from? Caller.
Okay, my name is Dennis Inse. I'm listening from VGC.
Okay, please go on.
My take on this matter is, man, IBB is a great player. So far, he has succeeded in playing Nigeria, and God has been so merciful to him. He is alive, so he has the privilege to confess his sins and possibly die and go to heaven. But for the average Nigerians, us that he has put in this whole mess, man, this is a big blow to us. It's a big blow. So I don't know. Maybe come again.
No, please go on.
Okay, so for us, the ordinary Nigerians, can I go back to where?
No. Go on. Listening to you. Go on.
Okay. So for us, the ordinary Nigerians, man, we need help from God. Though. See Asiwaju now. See somebody that rode on the horses of Nigerians and everything. See how everything is turning out to play.
Thank you very much.
God help Nigeria.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Chief, we're trying to get you. Maybe if you can just get back to. Okay. I can see you where you were because we're streaming live. Okay, while Chief is getting set, let's put another listener on the line. 99.3. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kofi.
All right,
my name is Beloved.
Beloved, welcome.
We're listening to IBB. I think I felt everything that he's just saying. You know, most times some people didn't witness, people like us didn't witness all those things. But the truth of the matter is that whatever our forefathers tell us, for a person like me, I don't normally believe them because I know that our forefathers, majority of them lies a lot. So when we get their words, even the book, Mr. Kofi, as I talk to you, I don't believe most of the things that he wrote in the book. Because he would have said all those things when his colleagues were still around. So they can approve it, not when they are gone and he's saying all those things.
All right.
IBB created a wound to a country, Nigeria. And for that country to be good, the wound must be cured. So IBB shouldn't leave the wound open. For a person like me, I will still say it over and again, he deserves to be in jail. As I'm talking to you, they're supposed to arrest him. Because he committed a crime and was treated as such person who committed a crime.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Chief Maxi Okwu, Ibrahim Babangida has written in his book, that the coup was not an Igbo coup. And he has painted the late Major Chukwuma Kaduna Nzeogu as more of a northerner than an Igbo man, and that this was just a revolutionary idea that he had to change Nigeria, make Nigeria better, and that the main beneficiary would have been Awolowo, who would have been taken out of prison and made the president of the country. Now, do you agree with that? Because someone pointed out on our social media in commenting on yesterday's conversation we had on this, that Nzeogu died fighting on the Biafran side. And if I remember correctly, he died in a converted Bedford truck, which was known as a Red Devil, which was an armored vehicle of the Biafran forces. He was killed in ambush while making his way with the half-brother of Ojukwu, the half-caste. I can't remember the name now. So bearing in mind
Tom Bigger.
Thank you, sir. So bearing in mind the circumstances of his death, what do you say? Was Cardinal Nzegu really nationalist in his thinking, looking at all those who died and where they came from, and those who were spared in the killings that followed his coup, sir?
Well, the question is, what was the intention of the coup plotters? IBB has said what some of us know, or many people ought to know. The intention was nationalistic. There was some issue of dissension and chaos at national level at that stage. Remember the Western region elections and the impossibility of winning national elections because of the veto put in there by the British of the North, MPC, which were guaranteed 50% of the votes in National Assembly, House of Relatives. It was a veto put in by the British to make sure that it was the North that determined any election. And recall that the NNA made no pretense about being a national party. While Action Group, though Yoruba-based, was national, NCNC, national, NNA said, NNA just made it clear, the northern people, northern Nigerian interests. They didn't pretend about it. They didn't have to. Heads or tail, they will always win. That will guarantee 50% of the seats in the National Assembly. Having said that, IBB was right, and Nzogwu was brought up in Kaduna. You know, in those days, many Igbos who were in Lagos or Kaduna or Sokoto were more inclined to be of the people they lived with than their ethnic origin. Okpanam is in Delta State, in the Igbo-speaking area of Anioma. No doubt about that. Mariam Okogu, Mrs. Babangida, from the same area, Asaba. So what we're saying is that, though they were culturally or ethnically Igbo, they had kind of moved on and gotten assimilated in the way they found themselves. So what I'm saying is, to that extent, IBB was right. Now, Nzogwu, when everything happened, he had to come back. He was in prison. He went by Eastern region because all the coup plotters were in prison. And even though he was toying what to do with them, was one of the reasons they moved against him, that he was pandering to these coup plotters. He didn't kill them or got them executed. Now, in Biafra, Nzogwu was cold-footed about Biafra. That's the truth. He was not too hot on the Biafran issue, being a nationalist that he was. He was kind of coerced into getting involved because what could he do? And unfortunately, he lost his life in the process. So, to that extent, Nzogwu, while ethnically an Igbo person, was culturally more attuned to the North than his Igbo origins. He grew up there and lived there, and his name is Kaduna Nzogwu. I will show you how he had been assimilated.
So Chief, you're saying he just happened to be, and please try and centralize your camera for us so we can see in the middle. You're saying he just happened to find himself in prison in the southeast at that time when the Republic of Biafra was declared. He didn't go there to fight, and when he found himself there, what could he do?
Thank you.
Okay, all right, very interesting. Sir, so what?
For some time, he wasn't deployed. It was kind of late when he was deployed. He was just hanging around. He wasn't deployed. I can tell you that. I know that.
I think at some time he was even saying he was going to form a national unity army in Biafra. Biafra succeeded. Yeah. Okay. So, sir, what do you make of the repercussions, the reactions after the 1966 coup, where from IBB's book he says that some politicians infiltrated the ranks of the northern soldiers, or influenced them, let me say, to revenge the killings of the northern politicians and others who were killed by Nzogwu and his men, and it went from door to door.
I won't doubt that. Because that, in these things, a lot of things cause a reaction. Apparently, there was over celebration in some parts of the country, which angered some parts of the country.
Where?
It always happened.
Over celebration where, sir?
No. There were celebrations in the south.
Okay.
That, the northern hegemony had been broken. That is the truth. Let us be honest about it. Because the NNA held the nation in a logjam. And we are not progressive, with due respect. It was conservative and just not, the nation was not moving. Eastern region was moving at a dynamic pace. We were not getting at a federal level because while the leader of the NNA, Ahmadu Bello, was in North, Aspirinia, he was there puppeteering his man, Tawa Balewa, who was his deputy. Would you think that right now, things stand today in Nigeria, a leader of a party would prefer to stay in Kaduna or Kano or Enugu and not go to Abuja? Abuja is everything now, but then it wasn't the case. It was better to be a regional premier than stay in Lagos, and because the regions were really regions. And that was the agreement at Lancaster House. We will have a federal republic of Nigeria, and regions contributed to federal purse, and the federal had what they could do. But right now it has been reversed. The army has moved the federation to the center, and all the states are mere appendages or mere around what they were. They every month they go and collect stipend from the federal body. That wasn't the original agreement, which is why some people are calling for restructuring, which some people are resisting, because they are getting by this new arrangement where the center has taken everything. Then why would if they had been there, Sadwana would not be in Kaduna, he'd be in Lagos. But that is it.
Okay.
So the reaction was what gave birth to the counter coup or the revenge coup, as they would call it, and then it was merciless.
Okay, tell us about the reaction, what you remember, and also the counter coup, how it led to the counter coup, and when you say it was merciless, what you mean?
You could see what happened. Recall that the head of state, Agui Ronse, was killed with his host, Fajui. And remember that then all the officers of Eastern region, Igbo region, were generally wiped out. It was a massacre. Not talking about the program then, about nearly over 100,000 people were just killed in cold blood. Civilians. The coup, when dealt with, essentially military officers were just trying to knock themselves out, or take themselves out, military officers. But this second coup, and then the aftermath was general. Babies, children, men, people who had no say in the army quarrel or army whatever. People who are living their lives peacefully with their neighbors were just annihilated at a massive scale, which was called genocide. But so be it. The fact of the matter remains that the revenge was out of proportion to whatever might be the grievances of those who felt aggrieved. So, like I agree, politicians cashing on it, went around passing information. Let us have our power back. Let's have our power back, and they had it. They had their power, they held it, and they've held it today.
Okay, so IBB posits in his book that the events since then have led to the marginalization of Igbos in Nigeria and the unfair treatment of Igbos in Nigeria. What do you say to that? The treatment of Igbos from 1966 to today, the distrust of the Igbo man or woman, and the marginalization. And what do we need to do with this new conversation we're having about all of this, and IBB chipping in to say Igbos did not go out to force themselves on Nigeria per se? What do we need to do with that information now moving forward? But first of all, talk about the injustice Igbos have suffered since then. Then let's talk about the way forward.
Well, it's a long story, and it's trite now. You see, we came out of the Civil War, Gowon announced the 3 R's and said there's no victor, no vanquish. That is not true. That was merely hype or rhetoric. There was a victor and there was a vanquished. We were vanquished. That's the truth. And it was implemented in the federal government program going on. The general repetition which they promised didn't happen. People who had money in the bank, and whatever they had, were giving £20 flat. And then just before, around 71, just after we were trying to recover from the Civil War, they came with this indigenous decree. Igbos had no money to buy. Some people bought up all the shares from these companies that were foreign owned or foreign controlled. That indigenous decree tried to reset the economy of the country in favor of a group or some groups who were knocked out. Then in areas where they have been promised that if you help us, support us during the war, like in the Eastern region, like in Port Harcourt, in Rivers, we shall be with you. Igbos were their properties declared abandoned property. Can you believe that?
Okay, so all the properties in Ikoko, Mawan
were declared abandoned property, and the federal government backed it thoroughly. That is by the way. Then politically and psychologically, we were like the Negroes or the niggers in America. It was clear. It was visualized. It was there. It was until recently that with Jonathan, I don't know whether it's aware of Obasanjo, that Igbo man rose to command the division or become chief of army staff. It was an unwritten rule. It didn't happen. We don't touch these guys. Politically, the glass ceiling is still there. But for if there had been Ofumosu, who was Mahmoud, people would have declared with that election. But Mahmoud, of course, they're part of the unwritten rule. Don't allow these guys to move very far. Otherwise, they'll take us out. So having said that, Igbos have not relented. We've gone to the areas where we are best, like economic, areas where we are best suited to prevail, and we have prevailed in terms of the economy. And it's not a matter of 2 or 3 mega billionaires in dollars.
All right.
The mass of millionaires, small boy, nobody knows the millionaires in Igbo land, from Lagos to Kano to Newi, etc. Anambra State has the highest number of millionaires, not billionaires per capita than any state in Nigeria. You know why? Entrepreneurship, enterprise, and hard work.
Chief, because of time, I also want to chip in. Let's move quickly to round off that Civil War question, because we've had some of our listeners, ask or debate the real cause of Civil War. Now, IBB says in Chapter 4 that it is generally agreed that the immediate causes of the Nigerian Civil War were the military coup d'etat of January 1966 and the subsequent counter coup that followed it between July 29 and September 29 of the same year. As I've said in the previous chapter, those months were some of the darkest in the history of our country. The sporadic killings and tension created by the unrest compelled some 50,000 Igbos to flee northern Nigeria for the eastern region by the end of 1966. So what, in your opinion, what led to that civil war? Let's just put that to rest, because IBB has talked about some injustice in the hierarchy and appointment in the Nigerian army. You've talked about agitation in the southeast. What do you think led to the civil war? What do you say?
Of course, the coup played a key role. It triggered an underlying resentment and feeling of injustice and feeling of maladministration, feeling of corruption that was in the country. The country we got in 1960 was not the vision of the fathers who wanted Nigeria. Recall that of the 3 nationalists which are prominent, Ahmadu Bello, Zik, and Awolowo, 2 were real nationalists. I wanted Nigeria, a federal republic of Nigeria. 1 could not be bothered. And the tragedy of Nigeria was unlike in Zambia, in Rhodesia, that became Zimbabwe. Unlike in Ghana, the father of the nation did not become the first prime minister. The father of Nigeria, who was at the forefront of the fight, was Nnamdi Azikiwe. Chief Awolowo told him, in terms of Nigerian freedom, you are numero uno, I am number 2. And I agree with Awolowo. Now, if Azikiwe had been prime minister in 1959, I don't think we would have gone Nigeria, would have gone down the drain or gone south. Kwame Nkrumah was the father of Ghanaian nationalism. He became the first prime minister. Kenneth Kaunda in Zambia, and so on and so forth. Jomo Kenyatta in Kenya. The tragedy of Nigeria was that the British, the parting British, gave the thing people didn't want Nigeria. I saw in the first instance, they were coerced into being part of Nigeria. And with a caveat, we shall only be part of Nigeria if we are given 50% of the seats in the Federal House of Representatives. That will show you the mindset. These are the underground issues that were like time bombs that were set for us, and they exploded in 1966. So the war was kind of inevitable, given the way Nigeria was drifting. What was drifting wasn't moving. Tafawa Balewa was just a lieutenant to the leader somewhere in Kaduna. That was part of the contradictions which the military boys had to resolve, but they couldn't resolve it because they are hot-headed and they are not as well as politicians. But remember Aburi, Nigeria met in Aburi, military boys met in Aburi and came to some decisions. What happened? Civil servants in Lagos torpedoed it. And that was part of the reason that finally the house came down rumbling.
All right. Okay, Chief, thank you. We have our next listener on the line, 99.3. Good morning. Please turn off your radio set. Can you do that, sir?
Hello.
Yes. Okay, fantastic. Your name, location, and contribution, quickly.
Yes, Mr. Kofi. No, I've been very, very sad since yesterday we started this program. I've been very sad. I'm a war child. So I know I know the suffering. I know how we're entering the bunker. They would dig a hole in the ground and we were entering. Now a man came after 32 years to say, anyway, I have to tell you that before now, just like other people said, everybody knows that it was not an Igbo. That one, I'm not even going there. Because why we struck, there was a book by a Yoruba man, Why We Struck. I read it. It's one of the coup plotters that wrote the book. So why wouldn't we believe him? And the other books that we have read. I'm not going to that one. Babangida now talking after 32 years about the the annulment of June 12th. It makes everybody very sad. People lost loved ones, lost businesses. Everything went down the drain for many families. They never recovered till today. Now a man came and everybody's clapping for him. Why won't he go to jail? Why will he remain like this? Okay, Nnamdi Kanu is in jail. He's there forever. A young man leaving his family and his children.
Thank you very much.
What did he do? What did the man do wrong?
Thank you very much. Because of time, please. I was trying to get the line. You've exceeded. Thank you very much. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, please, can you speak up?
Sorry?
Can you please speak up?
It's not a speaker.
Oh, I can't hear you well. So sorry about that. 99.3, good morning. I was saying you should speak up. Hello? Yeah, welcome.
Emeka is my name from Satellite Town. I want to say greetings to the guest. He has enumerated a lot of important parts of that book that people overlook. For me, personally, I think it takes a lot of courage and guts for a man to admit, concede a known fact, especially something that was considered to be so egregious, such as the annulment of that election. But having said that, he also went further to clarify, make clarifications regarding the war that was termed or coined the Igbo War, which has kept Igbos where they are today in the Nigerian political space. So I hope with that correction done in that book, Nigeria will start to heal.
Thank you.
Nigeria will start to make amendments.
Thank you very
much. So that this country can move forward.
Thank you very much. Okay, and that leads me to my final question to you, Chief. How can a Nigerian now heal and move forward? And I like what Emeka said. With all the information out there at disposal and what IBB has also brought to the table. Sir, I mean, you can just stand still a bit so we can see. How can Nigerians heal and move forward, Chief? Chief, sorry, you have to unmute yourself. I'm sorry about it, but you're muted.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, yes.
Sorry, hello?
Yes.
It is critically important for as soon as possible, Nigerians must meet again and renegotiate their union. Our union has collapsed due to prolonged military rule and so many distortions. Those agreements our founding fathers hacked out in London in the late 50s, Lancaster House. We must go back and have a thorough-going national conference of ethnic nationalities to agree on a Federal Republic of Nigeria otherwise. Without it, waste our time.
We had Jonathan's National Conference, Chief.
No, that one will tell you. That one, no. That was in any case. Remember that Buhari threw the recommendations, came as they were, into the archives. Let's have a popular, not selected national conference of Nigerian nationalities to agree again, as their fathers agreed, what we are doing with ourselves and how we shall do it together.
Okay.
This cut and join, distortions, and favor granted. No, it's taking us nowhere.
Okay, Chief.
It's delayed inevitable.
Chief, Ohaneze Ndigbo is asking for compensation to be paid in Ndigbo. Do you agree with that?
In principle, yes, but how will he be paid? Is it to pay to Ohaneze? I don't agree. How will he be paid?
All right.
These are the modalities that we want. I'm not saying give us. Who give to who? So what I'm saying, why the idea is grand, the mechanics must be sorted out from day one. So it's not given to some people.
Okay.
And at the end of the story.
All right. We have to leave it at that. Chief Maxi Okwu, former National Chairman of All Progressives Grand Alliance, former presidential candidate of the Citizens Popular Party. Thank you very much for your time, sir. And we appreciate you stopping your activities to be with us for 1 hour. Have a wonderful day. We will have you back again.
Thank you.
Program. Thank you very much, sir. All right. That's Saizi
Jonathan,
all the way from Enugu State, where he's enjoying his retirement from politics and from the legal profession. I hope you've enjoyed the conversation. We have to go pay our bills, after which we'll take the news at 9. We'll keep the conversation going, all right? So please do keep listening to 99.3 Nigerian Info. My name is Kofi Bartels. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. Good morning.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Are you a startup, a growing enterprise, or a global powerhouse? Verto helps you experience fast, frictionless global transactions. Need to receive money across continents? Just Verto it. With Verto, you can receive money from over 170 countries in the world and get paid in over
Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.